Alright, last video we made it where when the marble hits the floor, it teleports back up to the top and then bounces. I had this weird bug where they were like getting stuck, but I think it's because they're landing exactly on that spot. I'm going to ignore that for now. I'm just going to add some more marbles. So you can add more marbles. Let's make a holder for the marbles. So I'll add a node and I'll say marbles. And I can put the marbles in that node. Now I could just add a bunch of marbles, like just doing Control D, like so, if you want to, and they should just react the way you would think. But I think this is what I'm doing right now is definitely the poor man's way of doing it. It will work. Oh, it will work. But I want to add like a bunch of marbles. And that's really the dumb way to do it, but whatever. So you added a bunch of marbles, boom, and then they're all going to fall. Wow, they flew off. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna have to make a glass wall so that can't keep happening. But you can add more marbles. So that's the silly way to do it. Let's not add marbles like that. Let's add some. Whoa. Let's add some marbles the smart way. Delete. All right. So we got one marble. Let's add a bunch of marbles here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the spawn points. Actually, I'll go to the pegboard main. We'll go to the very top. We'll add a script, and we'll put it in the scripts folder. Pegboard main. Create. It's in the scripts folder. So this is the root node of pegboard main. Alright, now I'm going to want to spawn some marbles. Let's first start by just spawning one marble on the map. So I'll say we need access to our marble scene. So that's in scenes, objects, marble. So let's say var new marble is equal to, or actually we'll say var marble scene is equal to get, or actually is equal to preload, and we're gonna preload this scene. So down here, let me hide my little, there we go. This marble scene here, we'll say copy path. I'll turn that back on now, and we want to put that here. This gets the marble scene ready to use. Okay. Now to put one of these marbles in, let's just do it in the ready function one time. I want to put it into this should probably be like marble holder, so I'll say like, let's get access to that. We'll say on ready. Oh yeah, I need that @ sign. At on ready var marble holder is equal to get node, and the node I want to get is the marbles. I haven't changed that. It's gonna be marble holder. So I need to change that over here to marble holder. Alright, so this just grabs the marble holder. Get the marble holder, and let's add a new marble to the scene. Let's look, I'm going to delete this marble all the way. So if you look at the scene, there is absolutely no marbles. So if I run it, there's no marble, period. So any marble that gets put in there, we will have added it. Okay, so let's do we'll do it in the ready function. Or actually, you know what? I'll make my own function. I'll say add a marble. Function spawn marble. I made this function. It's mine. I did it. Me. My marble function. Function to create new marbles. This creates new marbles. When I call this function, I want to go to the marble holder. So I'll say marble holder. Actually, yeah, I'll fine. Go to the marble holder, and we want to add a child. And the child we want to add, I haven't made it yet. Let's say it's going to be called new marble. So we don't have a new marble variable. Let's go ahead and make that. We'll say var new marble. The new marble is going to be, go to this scene, the marble scene, and instance it. Now, we used to say instance right here. They changed this to instantiate. So, was instance, but now is instantiate. I can't spell that. Let's make them spell it. Instantiate. There it is. Was instance, but now is instantiate. This basically means just put it into the world and create it. Put it there. So go get the marble scene, make a new one, and store it into new marble. Then go to the marble holder and add it as a child of the scene. Boom. That's literally all you need to make a new marble. So if we say spawn a marble, like right when it starts, it's going to create one marble. So if you run it, that marble got created. The spot that it put it in is going to be, I would think, just wherever this one is. Oh, I know what happened. It put the marble at 0, 0, and the 0, 0 spot is inside of the floor, and the floor says warp it up here. So it just immediately warped the marble up to the top. So that's pretty useful. But you also want to be able to tell the marble where to go when it spawns. So you can tell the marble where it's supposed to be. So if you say new marble dot position is equal to vector 3, and then you give it some position, like, I don't know, 0, 5, 2. I don't know what the heck that is. Let's see if that works. It might have to be global position, but let's see. Okay, so there it goes. It put it where I told it to put it, right? There we go. Let's send over some information like where we want to send the marble, so that instead of us writing in a spot or letting it spawn wherever it feels like it, let's decide a spot. We'll say location here. That will be location, and we're gonna send it that location, right? So now when I say spawn marble, it wants to know where do you want to spawn the marble. So if I say vector 3 and then I choose 0, 5, 5, it's going to say spawn a marble, and it's sending the location. So right there it fills in where do you want it. So if I run it now, it's spawning at 0, 5, 5. So it needs a little bit of information. Okay, I want to spawn the marble. I want to spawn one marble for each one of these little markers at the very beginning, right? So I need all of those positions. I need all the positions of those 3D spots. How can I get that? Well, we kind of did that in a couple of videos back, but if you, let's get that, we'll say at on ready var, and we want to know the spawn points, right? We want to know the spawn points folder or whatever. spawn points holder. No, yeah, that's it. Holder is equal to get node, and then let's go get that node. So spawn points. This one gets the spawn points, and inside of spawn points, it's got all the nodes, right? Or it's got all those markers. So if you say var spawn points is equal to the holder's children, right? Let me grab this. Get the holders, get children. So this stores all the markers into spawn points, whatever. Okay. So then all the children are inside of there. Now each one of those children, you can access them by saying spawn points, and then you could say square bracket 0, and that would give you the first one. Let's do that. So there's the marker, but you want to know the location, so you could say dot position. So there's the position. So again, you could just take this, put that in there, and it's going to put it on position 0, right? You don't want to just do 1, and you don't want to call this like a billion times and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. That'll spawn like 6 of marbles or something, and that looks fine or whatever. That's cool, I guess. But we want to use something to do this for us, so I don't have to type in that number a bunch of times. The best way to do that is going to be using a for loop. So you say for marble in, or let's say for marker in spawn points. That means for each one of those things, let's print out what the marker is. I think it's a number, but maybe it'll just tell you the name of it. Let's see what it gives us. So it's going to give us something one at a time. So that's each one of those markers, right? And then if you say dot name, it's going to tell you all of their names. And then if you say dot location or position, that's going to tell you each one of their vector 3s. And you could sub all those in. So you could say spawn a marble at that position. So then it's going to spawn a marble at each one of those positions. So it's going to spawn like 200 marbles. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. 200 marbles. Let's go. Alright, 13 minutes. Long video. This is a pretty long series, but hey,